The homeboy Damian, aka White Belt Goons, made a video called Should BJJ White Belts Compete? And he gave 3 reasons why. I'm going to go over those 3 reasons and I'm going to tell you why I agree and why I specifically disagree with number 2. Are you ready? Here we go. So Damien subscribed to my page. Of course, I subscribed to him. He made a video, and I don't think he was trying to call me out, but I feel attacked. All right, I kind of feel a little bit attacked. Not so much, Damien. I'm just kind of messing with you. But here's the deal. He says there are 3 reasons why white belts should compete in BJJ tournaments. Damien himself is a competitor. He's competing this freaking weekend, and I wish him luck. I hope he wins. We are friends on Instagram. We've talked a little bit, so this is 100% friendly. Please not read into this. This is no beef. I don't know how to stitch or copy or respond, so I'm just going to make my own video. So, Damien, I hope you see this, and I hope you respond. The first reason he says is stress inoculation, and I 100% agree. The speed, the intensity, the strength, the power, the nerves, your heart rate, the adrenaline of competing, at least my experience as a boxing competitor, a taekwondo competitor, is crazy. You can't replicate that. Even with an in-house tournament, even if you're sparring or rolling with somebody who's much, much better than you and you really want to win, it doesn't change. It doesn't match the same intensity and adrenaline as an actual fight or match against somebody you don't know. When you're training with people you know and love every day, you never get to that same stress level. You might be stressed, you might want to win, you might have your adrenaline running, but it's different than like driving to a place, weighing in, putting on your gi, warming up, getting on the mat against some stranger you've never met before. You don't know what they're good at, you don't know what they're bad at, you don't know what their skill set is. They could be a D1 collegiate wrestler, they could be a black belt in judo, they could be anything. So that stress, that fear response, that stress inoculation, I think Damien called it, is 100% true, and I 100% agree. Stress inoculation and getting used to that feeling of fear and adrenaline is great training for self-defense and for jiu-jitsu. So, Damien, I agree. This doesn't mean I necessarily think white belts should compete, but I will hold that thought until the end. Issue number 2. He said investing in the culture. What he said, and this is the one I disagree with, he said, you know what? Hold that thought. I'll come back to number 2 in a second. For number 3, he says you got to test yourself. You got to see what you're made of. You got to see if this is something you really want to do. And how can you know if it's something you really want to do if you haven't tested yourself? And I kind of agree with that one too. You want to know what you're made of. And yes, rolling with guys at the gym can give you a good gauge, a good kind of a litmus test, but it's different. Again, refer back to number 1, when you compete against somebody you don't know, with the intensity, the fear, the stakes, the adrenaline of fighting or competing against somebody else that you don't know. Yes, that will let you know quickly if this thing is for you, because if you do that, you'll separate the men from the boys, is what they used to say, right? You know, after doing a tournament or a competition or two, if this is really your thing or not. So I agree with number 3, testing yourself. Now back to number 2. Number 2, he says you have to invest in the culture. And when I saw that, I wasn't sure what he meant. But if you watch Damien's video, which I will link to right here above my head, or maybe it's over here, I forget. He says in his video that investing in the culture means you got to represent or put on for your instructor, Master Bob, right? If you got Master Bob on your back, you're representing Master Bob. And Master Bob's, he says something about marketing or whatever, you got to represent for him. And Master Bob, this is how he gets his name out there, da-da-da-da. And you know what? I can't disagree more. Damien, I love you, but respectably, hell to the nah. It is not my job to market for Master Bob. It is not my job to put Master Bob's name on my back and represent and ride or die for Master Bob. Master Bob opened this school because Master Bob wants to be a school owner. Master Bob, it's Master Bob's job to represent for himself. It's Master Bob's job to market and to put his name on the billboard. I'm not Master Bob's billboard. I'm paying Master Bob. Why do I need to represent and ride for Master Bob when I'm paying Master Bob my money? Master Bob got everything he needs, everything he's going to get out of me when I gave him my monthly or annual freaking dues. That's the contract between me and Master Bob. I pay you, you teach me jiu-jitsu. I don't owe Master Bob competition. I don't owe Master Bob a victory to help build his name or build his brand. Investing in the culture, isn't my money investing? Damien, aren't I investing with Master Bob by paying him X amount of dollars every month? So, Damien, you know I love you. I'm not talking trash. I'm just saying I get passionate because it's like, yo, there's this culture in jiu-jitsu and in martial arts that Master Bob is the all-seeing oracle and we must bow down and worship Master Bob, and what we do must please Master Bob. And if Master Bob is not pleased, then what are we going to do? And Master Bob says, don't go cross-train with those guys. Don't upset Master Bob. Master Bob says, you got to pay extra for that. Master Bob says, you got to wear a gi with my name on it. Master Bob says, Master Bob says, Master Bob says. Remember my cult video? Well, maybe it's this side. Is Jiu-Jitsu a cult? It sure is. And when you put one person, one group, one name above all the other names, then it gets a little scary. Because now you're trying to please Master Bob instead of trying to learn from Master Bob. If I become a coral belt, God, I'll be 90, okay? But if I become a coral belt, Master Chris's Jiu-Jitsu, and my name's on the wall, and I built this school, and everybody thinks I'm the all-seeing oracle of Jiu-Jitsu, first of all, great for me. My students don't owe me anything. You don't have to ride for me. You don't have to represent me. Maybe if I give you free tuition or something, I would expect you to sweep and mop the mats for me, right? If I give you, free competition training because I think that you winning world championships will help grow my business, okay, yeah, sure. But then we have an exchange. I'm teaching you for free, so I hope you win because it reflects well on me. But even if you lose, me as Master Bob, Master Chris, whatever, I'm not hurt. I don't expect you to compete. You don't owe me anything. So I don't like that idea. I watch it, Damian. I 90% agree with you. But that little bit of we got to represent and put on for Master Bob and invest in the culture. No. Master Bob is a businessman. And he is in charge of running his business and making his money whether or not I win or lose. Whether I compete or not should be irrelevant to Master Bob's business model if Master Bob knows what the hell he's talking about. At least that's my opinion. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Do we owe our instructors representation? Must we evangelize for our instructors, Master Bob, our brand, our lineage? Do we need to put on for Master Bob and represent for Master Bob? Do you think we owe them that? Or is our monthly or annual dues enough to fulfill that contract between you, the student, and Master Bob, the teacher? Let me know what you think in the comments. Damian, we could do 1,000,000 of these videos. So if you want to, make another one, man, or we can get on one together and let's talk about it. I understand wanting to please somebody you look up to or you like and you respect, but you don't owe that dude anything, in my opinion, except monthly dues. So that's it for me. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, feelings, thoughts, opinions, hit me up on social media, Instagram and TikTok at Chris Learns Jiu-Jitsu. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and always and forever, stay positive, stay focused, and stay vigilant.